despite the fact that I've already started decorating for fall, we're talking about my August TBR. Joking on my tea. I will be tackling a series this month, as well as reading some of these books that were recommended to me, but let's get into it. First things first, I will be tackling a series this month. And I know I'm the last person on earth to read this, but the first book I will be tackling is Fourth Wing. And I am so excited. I've seen all the edits. I can't wait to know about this world. I feel like this is a book that I'm definitely going to lose myself in because it just seems like so fun. It seems like a good fantasy read and I'm so pumped to get into this. And I don't have like any special editions other than this one, which I think it just has the sprayed edges. And I don't even know if this is like a standard edition of the book. I went to an alternative indie bookstore and they had this and I was like, this is the only book I'm missing in the series, so I picked it up. I am just so excited to finally tackle these series. Everyone's told me that I would enjoy it, so I'm like, duh, of course I have to read this. By the way, I don't even know if you can see her lovely face, but this is my Chihuahua, Ophelia. She is my pride and joy. Ophelia, do you want to come say hello? Do you want to come say hi? I won't bother you if you don't want to come say hi. That's okay. I'm so excited to finally tackle the series. You guys can stop telling me to read it. All of my friends can stop telling me to read it because I know I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm super pumped about this one. Next on my TBR is a book that actually was recommended to me by my best friend Joanna, and it is The Lethem Theory. Now, I don't know too much about this book other than I probably should read it for my mental health. Everyone keeps telling me that this book will completely change your life in the people-pleasing department. I am somebody who has struggled with a little bit of a people-pleasing problem for most of my life. I know this is a book that I would definitely get something out of. And that's mostly why I wanted to read it, because I don't want to live my life feeling like I should have to please other people. Especially since I've met a lot of people who don't people please, and I'm like, oh, I want to relate to you. Also, sorry if I keep looking that way. Our big window is right there and it's just kind of unavoidable to look outside, but I think it's always kind of my responsibility to please other people and to care what they think about me, and really, you're just not always going to like everyone and they're not always going to like you, and that's definitely okay, but I think those things are things I just need to work on, so I will definitely be taking a lot out from this. Next up is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, and I know this book is very controversial and taboo, but I think that's almost why I wanted to read it. I've heard good things, like that it doesn't romanticize the messed up part of it. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce the character's name. I want to say it's Locken, but Locken and Maya are siblings and they don't really have the best mother, so they're put in charge of their 3 younger siblings, and kind of going through all of this together brings them very close, closer than they probably should be. And I'm sure you can kind of pick up where that's going. But I've heard that this book doesn't make it weird. I've heard that the characters really struggle in this book. And I think that's kind of where I'm coming from as to wanting to read it. You know, I think that they acknowledge that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. They shouldn't be having the feelings that they're feeling. So I'm just so excited to read this. This has been on my TBR for maybe about 2 years. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to tackle that this month. So yeah. Next up, we have, this was actually a Christmas gift from my husband, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. I've heard nothing but good things about Mariana Zapata, and I love this cover of this book, and I'm like, you know what, I should just tackle it. I recently bought Colty, that will be in a book haul, and I'm like, I should finish this book before I even tackle Colty. I believe this book is about a young woman who's an assistant to a defensive end on a football team, and she decides that she wants more out of her life, so she quits her job, but then that same football player ends up on her doorstep begging for her back. So I think that's the gist of this book. You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm so pumped for this book. I am a huge sports romance fan, so I'm so pumped to get into this and get invested in all these characters. But yeah, this is everything on my current TBR. I am going to say that I will estimate finishing maybe the Fourth Wing series and nothing else, because I should always underestimate when I'm reading, because if I feel like I'm like, yep, I'm gonna finish all these books, probably is not going to happen. So next I want to talk about my current read, because I just need someone to talk about it with. My current read is none other than A Little Life. I have about maybe 250 pages left in this book, so I will finish it in the next couple days. But the reason why I chose to read this book is because so many people told me this book is going to change your life. It's going to change the way you view other people. It's going to change kind of how you deal with other people and deal with trauma and cope. And I think that's entirely true. This book is just so heartbreaking. It really opened my eyes to the realities that you never know what somebody's struggling with. You never know what somebody has gone through. And the realities of childhood trauma. The character in this book, Jude, he deserves so much. He deserves the entire world, and he truly believes that he does not. And I'm not going to be giving any spoilers, but I think that if you have not tackled this book yet, and you're somebody who can handle reading about difficult and hard things that people have gone through and struggles and any of that, I think that this book will immensely change your life. And the way that it was written is so beautiful. It's just the choices of words and the way that they're put together is just so beautiful, and it's so captivating. And I would almost consider getting one of the the chapter titles as a tattoo, because this book is that life-changing, like one of these. It's just, this book has me in such a grip, you know, and I almost don't want it to end, but I don't want it to end because I'm scared of what's happening to the characters. And I really feel for the main character, because it must be so difficult to go through that in life and to almost not really healthily cope with what he's going through. I just think that everyone should read this book. I, at one point, I think wanted this book to get made into a film, because I am a huge movie lover and I will watch any adaptation. And then I really got into the depth of this book, and I'm like, never mind, I don't even want the actors to have to go through filming that. So yeah, I want to finish this book so I can start on this stack. I will be reading Fourth Wing first after this, and so that's why I really want to finish this book, but I'm almost scared to, because it's just so heartbreaking. Yeah, my husband has seen me go through all the emotions with this book, and I just recommend this to anyone. So yeah, I will finally be able to tackle this stack of books here. This is pretty much one of my first YouTube videos ever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and sticking along. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you like this video, and let's start on our August TBRs together.